I'm actually really excited about being here at the Pitt Rivers and with Torch, who have offered me a fellowship as a visiting fellow. We had a conversation when we walked through the Pitt Rivers, when I walked in here for the first time and saw those mbira behind this glass, and I was silent for a little while. I was marveled at the dates of these instruments, also the formations of them, the different key arrangements which I hadn't seen before. The first thing to do is play them and then maybe talk about it, right? But I couldn't do that here. Music was not just entertainment for our culture. I know for us, it's the reason why we never ever had a word for theatre or so on, is because we lived our theatre and our music. Our dance rhythm, Mande, that dance is named after the rhythm that's played on the ngoma, and then that rhythm as well dictates what content is being spoken and sung. So nothing is individual and nothing is separate from itself. It's a way of life. And the way of life is behind a glass right now. So when you come into the Pitt Rivers or any museum and you look at that glass, you are not experiencing, in my opinion, as an artist and as someone who's grown up in this culture of mbira, you are not experiencing it. What you need to do is experience it. People experience it. Then how do people in Zimbabwe who are also curious, mbira players, how do we give them access? How much access do they have to the United Kingdom before they even get on a train from Heathrow?
There's a time the spirits roam the land as flesh.
Of course, there's this big issue or small issue about do we take them back, do we not?
In the work that we're doing, we're trying to think of the question of return not as an end in itself. So there's definitely not a moment at which return becomes a resolving. But the question of return is a beginning of what the museum can become so that it's fit for our times. And and for the future.
If the museum is there to give and showcase whatever, however it was acquired, it's here now. Let's celebrate all the things that are here. Well, actually, how many of them know that this is here? How much has been done to go, everybody, Guinea, come to the Pitt Rivers. We have all of this. Just please come to the Pitt Rivers and see this and experience it. How much of that has been done? Each family has a maker. Each mbira master is a master for their mbira and the songs they write, the songs they perform. Again, as an artist, I'm stood there, in that glass going, well, how do you sound? Who made you? And actually, what songs were written, were played? That's the failing of the mbira being in the museum, is that there's no sound associated with the visitors that walk through this museum. That's my challenge. So my challenge is access.
If we can't hear them, if we can't play them, they can be a vessel for a story, for us to be able to share sounds and culture and stories for everybody. You know, everything in this museum was made by a creative person. They sat there, you know, and they spent hours of their life and generations of handing down knowledge of how to make each individual thing in this place. You know, there's, I think, 500,000 different items in this museum. This is almost a shrine to creativity. To be able to be one of the people that brings creativity back into this space and back to these objects, I feel a real honor and a privilege to be able to do it. When this place was first built, it was definitely a tool of oppression and a tool to further the domination of the British Empire over cultures all over the world. That's not what it is anymore. I don't think that's what it's trying to be anymore. And I think it can now be a tool for healing those atrocities. This can now be a place where we reverse that. A big thing in this country is that people don't know the real history of this country. And I think this can be a place where we start to tell that story.
Yes, the answer is we can't shut the door. We can't shut the door of the Pitt Rivers. What we can do is define how you move forward from here. Because guess who's alive? You and me, right? If we create a relationship as people who are living in this time, the history is history, and we will study it and we'll excavate it. But what we have control of is what people in 300 years' time excavate. And that's what I'm excited about. I want to collaborate. I want to talk to people. I want to work with academics. I want to do all these things because I can define this moment moving forward.